and welcome to Gulf Gist. This is the place where we get to have amazing conversations about Gulf, from the job opportunities to the business market, finances and investments, and any other Gulf-related stories. I'm your host, Yvonne Carter. Thank you so much for the love and support you have shown me on my first episode. You guys are really amazing. You're my super fans. Thank you to Jake Studios. Thank you to my videographer, my photographer, and my super producer. I don't take it for granted. I'm here and I'm doing all this courtesy of you guys. So thank you very much. And another big shout out to my super fans. Thank you for all the love and support you have showed me on episode 1. You guys really came through. You came on Instagram. You came on TikTok. Pale kwa comment section on YouTube, you guys were there. And you also came to my DM and shared your Gulf experience. And you told me, Yvonne, you know what? You can also talk about this. And that's why I'm here shooting this other episode, because of you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are just amazing, my super fans. I love you so much. Yes. So in today's episode, you guys came to the DM and told me, you told us an introduction about Gulf, but some of us even don't know the Gulf countries, the jobs that are there, the lifestyle that is there, the salary that people earn. Yes, and that's why I'm here to talk all about this. Yes, we'll be taking again all of them one by one in other episodes. Before you start watching, please go there and press the subscribe button. Remember to like as well, share and comment. So on today's episode, let's start. How many Gulf countries do you know? Most of you know Saudi Arabia, because that's where most people go. Yeah, it's kind of, that's where I think it has very many job opportunities. That's why people go there. But there are many other Gulf countries. We name them one by one. So there's Saudi Arabia, the one that majority knows. There's Qatar. There's Dubai. That is in the UAE. There's Oman. There's Iraq. There's Bahrain. There's Kuwait. And many other Gulf countries. Actually, you guys made me go and do my research. And I realized, guess what? Egypt is not a Gulf country. And that's where I am. Funny enough, right? But anyway, since we already started, we will go with it, and because I think the culture and norm is the same, so we take it as a Gulf country. Okay, so that is all about the Gulf countries. If there's another Gulf country I've forgotten, please mention it on the comment section. Yes. Now let's talk about the different job opportunities that people come to do here in Gulf. Just before I name the job opportunities, I would like to let you know that the jobs differ because maybe of the gender or the country you're in. There are different countries that I've mentioned have different job opportunities. Okay, so some of these opportunities are like driving for men, construction, plumbing, waiters, chefs and cooks, all that. We also have for the females, nannies, housekeepers, waitresses, as well as chefs. There's a lot of jobs here in Gulf. Okay, so these jobs, of course, like I said, it differs according to the country you are going to or the agency that is bringing you here. So I think on one of my episodes I'll be talking about the challenges that people go through. And I think something that I'm going to be mentioning there is about the nature of the job, since I'm talking about the jobs. Okay, these jobs also differ in salary, and the salary, this is whereby even the salary itself differs because of the country you're in, because of different currencies, of course. That is a conversation we're going to be having on finances and investments, but I'll mention just a little bit about it. Also, the salary depends on the dollar inflation, okay, or the different currency rates depending on the country that you are in. Okay, and the nature of the job also differs according to the country you're in. You might be a security guard in Qatar, and there's a security guard in Kuwait, but the job is kind of different. The experience is very different. Remember something that is constant here in Gulf Gist. Everyone has a different experience here in Gulf. You'll rarely find people who share the same experiences. You might be working in the same company, doing the same job, but you have different challenges. It's a whole different experience for everyone. That's why it's always different. You rarely meet. Okay, there are the general things that people go through together, but everyone has just their own experience. That's why you'll find people working in the same company, but when they give their stories, it's very different, because even how you landed on the job, how you do your job, it's a whole different thing. But that's just about the countries, that the Gulf countries, and the jobs that people do. The nature of the job differs according to where you are. I've said that, and the salary differ as well. But you're going to be talking about that. The lifestyle that people live when they come to work, again, it differs according to the country that you are in or the agency that has taken you. And when I talk about lifestyle, this is how, like, maybe you go to work, how you live, the freedom that you have at work. And when you talk about this, for example, the nannies, mostly this job is available in Saudi Arabia. Of course, in Qatar, it's there in Dubai, but very much available in Saudi. You realize that their job there, it's nannies, like they were just same in Qatar, but okay, limited freedom, if I can say that, due to lack of a better word. Or maybe here in Cairo, you'll realize all of us maybe are doing the same nanny job, but it's just a different experiences for me who's working here and for another person who's working in Saudi Arabia. For example, here in Cairo, I'll share this experience because I am working here. Here, the nature of the job is it's a nanny or cleaning job. So there's something we call stay in or stay out. Stay in is the job where you go, you live in the house where you're working either as a nanny or a cleaner. But since here people don't come on contract basis, you see, the nature of the job differs, because when people maybe go to countries like Saudi and Qatar and other countries, they go maybe on contracts, not all of them. But some people always find a way maybe to escape the contracts and become something we call morife. I'll be telling you all these stories. All these stories are just lined up for you in all my episodes. It's not a bad thing. It happens here because of different people get to experience, to have different experiences, okay? So I was talking about the stay in. This is where you go to the house where you're cleaning or babysitting and you stay there. But here in Cairo, people have something we call vacation days. This is maybe once a week or twice after every 2 weeks or 4 days in a month. You work for 26 days, you go home for 4 days. That is the nature of the job here in Cairo. For Saudi, this is where people go to work with contracts, and they stay there and they work for whichever work they're doing, either the housekeeping or the babysitting, and they stay there for like 2 years without leaving that house, working for the same boss. And after 2 years, they either go home or stay and extend their contracts, okay? But here in Cairo, it's very different because people came through tourism visas and they're not under any agreement or contract with the boss they're working for. So maybe when they're on their vacations or they feel like the job is not favorable for them, they happen to change the jobs, which is something that I really find should I say interesting, or I can say even it's cool or interesting or amazing, kinda, because it favors you. Like if you go to a place and you're mistreated, you have the chance when you go for your vacation to leave that job. Okay, for the stay out, this is the job where people go, you go in the morning, you come back in the evening. That brings me to the lifestyle. How do people live? Again, according to the Gulf country that you are, the accommodation differs, because if you're taken, let's say, by an agency to a certain Gulf country, they either provide the accommodation or they take you to a company that will provide for you the accommodation. And I'm sure you have heard stories of people who have missed accommodation despite of being having tickets and visas that are paid for by the company. They reach to those Gulf countries and they find they have nowhere to sleep. They literally sleep on the streets. I'm sure you have heard these stories, and we're going to be talking about these stories, and we're going to be having even guests who are going to be sharing the different experiences, and you're going to hear that is real, okay? So here, like where I am, I'm talking from my own personal experience. We just take an apartment, like 5 or 4 girls or whichever number that favors you. You take an apartment, you help each other cost share the bills, that is the rent, electricity and everything. That's where you live. Like if you go for job for 26 days, when you come home for your 4 days, this is a place like you now call home and you can stay in. Okay, so that is just kind of the lifestyle. And that lifestyle is also a challenge. I'll be talking on it on my following episode. I've mentioned it in the challenges that people go through because of high cost of living. Yeah, it's a thing, and it's we are trying to manage it. But yes, I know it's not only here. All other Gulf countries are experiencing that as well. So please feel free to share your experience. Are you on contract? Are you on tourism visa? Are you in the Morife Club? Just share your experience and let me know how it feels. How is just your general Gulf experience? Thank you for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and come through and tell me what you want to hear next. Tell me what you want me to speak about. Remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. I will really appreciate. You guys are just my super fans. I love you. Thank you for listening to me. See you on my next episode. I'm your host, Yvonne Katha.